Welcome back, guys, to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be analyzing NAS 100 as we have seen that it has been breaking our highs. It has been breaking our highs and continue buying. So we don't know how long will this momentum keep on happening. So without any further waste of time, uh, we all know that whenever I connect my points, I look for the most recent touches. I cater for the most recent touches and make sure that I apply the 90% rule in order for us to have at least a higher chance of getting our trades right. So my first trend line will be somewhere here. Uh, okay, my first trend line will be somewhere around here. Okay, so we're gonna have it around here. So the reason for that is that the market has always been respecting this area, guys. As you can see, the market has always been respecting this area. So whenever the market reaches this area, it does what? It buys. As you can see, it reaches this area, it buys. So since it has been going up, it has never dropped to this area. So that's what we'll be expecting. So we don't know when will that happen, but according to our analysis based on price action, we can at least predict and have at least that 90% chance of getting our trades right. So I'm going to do the same on top. Okay, I'm going to do the same on top. So by doing this right now, I already see that the market has been failing to break this area, as we can see, because here we had our first touch, the market sold. We had our second touch, the market sold. So the market was supposed to come to this point, but it did not. Then it turned here, it sold, the market came to this point. Okay, so now we are expecting the market to drop up until this point. So like I said, guys, I don't know when will that happen, but we'll only rely on price action so that we can have at least that advantage over the market. So now I'm going to the 4 hour time frame. So in order for us to have a much clearer view on these indices. So as we can see that at the moment the market is in a correction phase, guys. The market is in a correction phase. So remember, the market moves in two direction: impulse and correction. So this is the correction when the market moves sideways, guys. When the market moves sideways, this is the correction. So now we'll be expecting our impulse. So we don't know if our impulse will be heading towards the upside or the impulse will drop. We don't know. But as for now, the market is in a correction phase, and it is not advisable to trade this correction movement. You will never make money unless you understand what you're doing, then go for it. But as for me, I always wait and cater for impulse movement. Okay, so now we are going to have something like this, guys. Okay, so this is called the structure within structure or pattern within pattern. So it will depend on how you want to call it. So we have something like this in the 4 hour time frame. We have something like this. So it is well structured as we can also see. And by going to the 4 hour time frame, we can still confirm and see that the market has been failing to break this area, guys. The market has been failing to break this area. So we don't know uh, when will the impulse happen. So it might happen that when the impulse happen, it heads straight to this direction. Then that's when we can have our comfortable selves. We don't know about that, guys. So we are just anticipating based on price action. So now I think we'll have something like this. Let me go back to the previous movements, because guys, you must remember that uh, price always repeat, guys. So we'll just try by all means to simplify everything that we are doing. by looking at what happened previously. Okay, so according to me, we might have something like this. Okay, we might have something like this. So the reason why I'm anticipating something like this to happen is that here we had our first touch, second touch, then third touch is when the market is it's in a correction phase. So from this, I expect the market to play around this area before it can drop. You see, before it can drop. That's what I'm anticipating. So the very same thing happened here. We had our first touch, second touch, and then we can expect our third touch to be somewhere here. Then we can have our buys. So that's what I'm seeing on this based on the previous movement, based on what the market has been doing previously. So remember that in order for us to be able to have something like that, we must at least have uh, the most recent two touches. Then you know that okay, the third one is the one that's likely to give us what we are looking for. Okay, so meaning when the market is in a correction phase, we must aim for what? For impulse. So this is what I'm expecting from the market. This is what I'm expecting, but at the same time, we don't know if whether this correction phase, when it ends, the market will drop. So it might happen that when it ends, the market continues buying, then it breaks this high and creates another one. So we don't know what's gonna happen. So these are just my predictions based on price action, and I just hope that it does pay, because according to what I'm seeing with these recent touches, we are expecting the third one to be somewhere here. So this does not necessarily mean that the market will play exactly this way. Okay, does not mean the market will play exactly this way. We can also have something like this, guys. We're just anticipating. We can also have something like this, so it might not move exactly like that, but the aim is that we all make money from this movement. Okay, so the aim is to make money. So now what I can do is that I would have something like this. uh, so I would have something like this. Let me have this here. Okay, not the correct one. Wait, it's this one. Yeah, I would have something like this, guys. So I'll have something like this. Continue going down. I would have something like this. So this is where I'm going to put my stop loss. So remember to risk at least 10% of your account. Okay. So again, we must again look for this area in case it breaks and creates another high. So if in case it breaks, then we are going to have our entry somewhere here. Okay, we'll have our entry somewhere here. Then we're gonna have to at least adjust our stop loss so that we don't risk a lot in the market. Okay, guys, we don't risk a lot in the in the market. So we're gonna have something like this. So we'll just have to wait and see if the market will break this area, or the market will fail to break this area and push down. So if it fails to break this area, this is what we are going to have, guys, based on the previous movement. So let me go back to the daily time frame. As you can see that now everything looks more clear. So we might have the market pushing towards this area. So we just have to see what's gonna happen next week.